Welcome back to Creasonomics with your special host, me, Mr. Gray. Thanks for tuning in today on this fine Thursday. I just want to thank you guys once again for coming to check me out. So today we are going to talk about the Jordan 1 Smoke Grays. And just before we really jump into it, I just want to let you know that stealing is bad. But it's okay if you're Nike and you own the product you're stealing from. So, of course, as we know over the years, Nike, of course, always remixes or reuses different colorways they have. But the Jordan 1 Smoke Gray clearly takes cues from another sneaker another extremely popular sneaker that came out not too long ago. I mean, not this year, but like I said, not too long ago. Before we get into that shoe that, of course, it resembles and everybody knows it resembles, let's just, for those of you who weren't lucky enough to get the Jordan 1 Smoke Gray, let's check it out. And first, let's decide, is it a shoe that you think is worth paying extra for to get it now that you've missed it? So here we go, the Jordan 1 Smoke Gray. Colors, white, black, I don't know what the LT stands for. Maybe, I don't have no idea. Anyway, and smoke gray. What do you know? 10.5 as usual, as I always say. Typically, if I'm lucky, I always get my size. Let's see. Let's jump into the shoe. So, I'm not gonna lie. When these literally just came in today. I mean, when I say they were hot off the press, I mean they must have been sitting in that UPS truck burning all day because they were literally hot. They're hot because I like the way they look, but then they were physically hot. So I'm not gonna lie, when I pulled these out the box, my mouth dropped because the quality on these, and that fresh sneaker smell, but the quality on these is amazing. Of course, the very first thing I did was I pulled them out and I just sat there and I just literally just felt all over them because I love feeling on the leather, just trying to get a feel of the different quality on the different portions of the shoe and just seeing where Nike's deciding to apply their best of their leather. So let's give you the closest view I can possibly get. All right, let's give that. Alright, so this is a beautiful shoe. First, let's talk about the quality of the leather. So, of course, as I've said before, Nike, of course, plays around with where they want to put the best quality of the leather. It's never, well, not never. A lot of the time, it's never, you don't get great leather all across the shoe. Of course, you do have some, Jordan 1 bands from, 2011. That leather is just plush all over. The Jordan 1 Spider-Man Origins plush all over. But a lot of the Jordan 1s I have here, they don't have 100% awesome plush leather. Once again, as I've said in the past, it not having nice, soft, plush, bouncy leather does not mean it's not a good shoe. It's just something that I like. But either way, I'm really more so into the colorway. I just think it's a bonus when you have really good leather, soft leather on it. So I'll say right here in the toe box, first of all, the first thing I notice is the leather's pretty decent here. It's not, it's not in one of my, my tier system. It's not in my tier 3, but it definitely falls into tier 2. It's not super rough, but it's a higher tier 2. So the rest of the leather on the shoe, to me, the only part that matches to me the quality of the toe box would be at the top part of the shoe in the heel. That is about the same quality. It's nice, soft, and plush here, almost matching what's here. Of course, this is always plusher. When I say plush, it's more plush, of course, just because you have the padding, of course, already in the heel. But it may feel a slight bit better than the toe box, but overall, I think they're about similar. Now on the side panels, that would be to me a lower tier 2. It's not great, but it's not bad. It's not like super hard. Anyway, once again, disclaimer. Just because it doesn't have soft, supple leather does not mean it's not a good shoe. I'm just saying that's one of the qualities that I truly appreciate when I have a sneaker. So, moving along. Now, the suede hints on it are really nice. I really like them. So, of course, as you can see, you have that smoke gray going around the toe box and up the eyelets. right up to the top, and then of course on the lower heel you have more of that smoke gray suede. But then what I actually didn't notice, and probably because I wasn't reading about it, I guess I spent more time gawking at it online than actually reading what the material was, which is, once again, my bad. But I didn't realize the Nike swoosh is also suede. All in all, just, because I'm not trying to ramble on the shoe. This shoe is what this shoe is. This is a really good shoe. I'm going to do my quick copper drop. So if you're saying, and this is of course after release copper drop, preferably it would have been nice beforehand, but now's the time I got it. Aftermarket wise, is it worth the price it is now? Absolutely. For you guys who are big on resales, my personal opinion would be to get it now while the price is low. Yes, it's unfortunate you weren't able to get it for retail, but the prices are still low. In my size, the last time I looked, my shoes are going for about $240, which isn't bad, but of course most Jordan 1s, not all, but a decent amount of them, especially ones that come out with a good amount of hype such as this one, the price in a year typically is going to go up. And I'm almost willing to guarantee this will probably be in a year, not like soon, but there's going to be people who are impatient and offload there soon. But in about a year, I'm pretty sure this will probably be worth about $300 or more. Either way, this baby right here is not leaving the collection. I will not use this as trade bait to get another shoe. This is for me and the sneaker library. It stays here. So now let's jump into Nike. Once again, Nike, it's only good to steal if you own the product you're stealing. And Nike does that. So basically the most obvious shoe that this looks like or is similar to is the Jordan 1 Union Black Toe. And since I unfortunately don't own it, and I have always been considered buying it, but when it comes to paying over $1,000 for a shoe, I find it incredibly difficult. I'm not saying I won't do it. I'm not saying I won't one day do it. Screw that. I'd trade off some shoes or sell some shoes to get it, but I will not spend like my regular money to get it. So I may one day trade off something that I can use that money for to get the black toes, the Jordan 1 Union Black Toes, but that day's not today. So basically, there's the Jordan 1 Union Black Toe. So then they came out with this, which clearly takes some cues from that shoe. But not only that, but then they busted out with the Jordan 1 Mid Track Red. Now, yes, in lots of different websites, they're calling it the Jordan 1 Mid Black Toe. But it's not the Jordan 1 Union Mid Black Toe. It's not a shoe by Union. The Mid is not a Union produced shoe. It just takes cues from the Union. So if I were to take all three, the Mid, the actual Union, and the smoke gray, and rank them in I guess which ones I would think the best. Of course, obviously, the true Union is going to be number one. To me, actually, and this is going to sound weird, it's going to sound incredibly bad because I should never say this, but because I'm not really a big mid guy. I don't have a single mid in my collection, and I will one day. The mids I've gone for last year I could never get. But anyway, I would actually say that the smoke gray and the Jordan 1 Mid Track Red are kind of a tie. And here's why I say that. I really, 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 really love the colorway of the Mid because it's actually closer. It's closer to looking like the Union Black Toe than the smoke gray is. But I like the quality on this shoe better. Now, of course, I haven't seen the Mid in person, but from the photos, from the photos I have here and the photos I've seen online, it does look decent. But outside of the colorway, I personally feel the quality on this is better. That's my personal opinion. I know some may differ, but you came to see me, so you want to know what I think. And I think, even though I think they're a tie for different reasons. This to me has the better quality, and the mid, and the actual name Track Red, but some I'm gonna call it Union. The Mid Union actually has to me a better colorway. If you're looking for something, if you're looking for the cheap man's Black Union Black Toe, The mid actually looks more like it, but to me, this would be what I would. It's very confusing. I'm sorry, guys. It's just this. I've wanted the black toe for a long time, and I'm big on trying to buy. When I don't want to spend a lot for a shoe, I'm big on buying the next shoe that looks really, really like it. And since I'm not a mid guy, this is the next best thing. So I'm gonna leave that there. I'm not gonna go any further because, you know me, I will ramble. But the quality, of course, on the Unions cannot be beat, and this is the best of the best. I'm not gonna do any reviews right now, but I am gonna run through some shoes that I have not, and I know we've all seen, but I just haven't pulled out on camera. No, I think I did a black toe review, royal toe review. I never pulled out the champ colors. And why didn't I pull out the champ colors? I didn't pull out the champ colors on video because I really just wasn't that in love with the colorway. Glue stains here. I wasn't in love with the colorway like I was in love with the, I forgot the other colors. Was it the St. John's or the Brazils? I like them, but I don't love them like I like the other one. Of course, it's not leaving the collection, but it's just not, it doesn't have that same fire as those other colorways. But anyway, for those of you who don't have it, I think it's fair just to kind of give you a nice little once over, kind of check it out. There we go. All right, there's that. I think no point in showing you Travis Scott's. I got them really late, like I said, because I pre-ordered, and my pre-orders are gonna always be late. So everybody and their mama's seen Travis Scott's already. So anyway, the moral of the story today is that it's okay to steal if you're stealing from yourself. So Nike, you did a great job with the Jordan 1 Smoke Grays. I would say for you people who really want them, I personally think they're hitting about as low as they're going to go right now. But by the end of the year, going into next year, you're going to probably have a hard time getting the Jordan 1 Smoke Gray under $300. So if you really want it, jump on it now. That's all I got for you guys today. Thanks for tuning in. Mr. Gray out.